What's up, guys? We got a good one today. I am recording during the day, and you're gonna see why here in a little bit. We have a subscriber, which is the actual owner of a Yenko, and we're gonna talk to him here in just a little bit. So, kind of have to coincide with everybody's schedule. I think I made a mistake, and I did make a video on this maybe a year ago, a little more than a year ago, but I did say that Yenko, the SYC stood for Super Yenko Camaro. The SYC stands for Super Yenko Camaro. The actual abbreviation for SYC stands for Super Yenko Car, and this was actually a derivative of Don Yenko back in the day. We'll talk to him about it here in just a little bit, but the resale of this car is somewhere between, I'm seeing them go for, $250 to $350. I think the highest went for like $380 something. The car stickered for, I believe it was just under $5,000. There was at one point in time I did the math, and I think that the MSRP or sticker price was actually 3% of the actual highest Yenko Camaro sold to date. Who says cars can't be investments, right? Well, the owner's name is Tracy, and we're gonna ask him here in just a little bit about SVE, his process, everything that he worked with on, to get his Yenko. Man, I'm excited. I went to a dealership myself and I was unsuccessful. I don't know if they found my YouTube channel or if they didn't, you know what I mean? Who knows? But I tried a couple different places and it was kind of coming up with goose eggs everywhere. This was actually during COVID, so I kind of threw in the towel. Nonetheless, I'm really happy with my ZL1.
Hello?
Tracy?
Hey!
What's going on?
Andrew?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Better, because I'm getting to sit on my buttocks today.
Hey, that ain't a bad thing at all. Never.
No, sir. No, sir, it's not.
Man, I appreciate the email, the pictures. That car is awesome. Well, both of them.
Well, the 69's come a long way, Andrew.
Yeah?
Yeah, I didn't buy that thing brand new. I've always had a love for 69 Camaros, even though I was born in 1970, 69s were always my favorite car. And me and my dad, see, I live close to Charlotte. I'm in North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
We're about 30, 45 minutes, somewhere around there from Charlotte, and went to the auto fair down there, and I found this car, and a gentleman had it for sale. And the thing about me, Andrew, is I was sort of raised old school.
Yeah.
And a handshake means almost like a contract.
Exactly. Yep. Yes, sir.
And until you give me a reason not to trust you.
Right.
And so I put all my trust into this guy, and he sold me this car. It was back in 2006, I think it was, when I bought it.
Yeah.
Of course, I build custom cabinets for a living, so I'm sort of, housing market has a lot to do with me.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, in 2008, the housing market crashed. Of course, building stopped.
Yeah.
Come to a halt.
Yeah.
Well, I can't haul lumber in a 69 Camaro. So I sold the car to someone that I knew well.
Right.
And the deal was when he decided to get rid of the car, I wanted first dibs and getting it back.
Yeah.
Little did I know I really didn't want it back, but anyway, I bought the car back from the guy, okay?
Sure.
And so in the meantime, that was in 2010 when I bought it back.
Okay. Can I ask for how much?
Yeah, the first time I bought it, it was $25,000 something, and the second time I bought it back from the guy that I sold it to, it was $26,500 because he had done some upgrades like the wheels and tires,
sure,
disc brakes. Because when I had it, it had four-wheel drums. I mean, it was old.
Four-wheel drum. Wow.
Yeah. Yes, it was. Yeah, it was the old school. It was 350 automatic.
Yeah.
The whole nine. It was burgundy, white hockey stick stripe, vinyl top, which I would later learn why they had the vinyl top on it. So
I know exactly what's coming up.
yeah, so I bought the car back and
Yep.
sat in the garage for I drove it a little bit, sat
Yeah.
in the garage, and then me and my wife, I'd gotten married and everything, and I told her, I said, I'd really like to do a rotisserie frame off. I said, because I thought I had a good everyday driver car. That was my whole goal.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. So is this an original Yenko?
No, it is not.
Oh, it's a clone. Okay.
It's a clone. I just done a lot of research. I've always been a Don Yenko fan.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, I tear the engine and tranny out, me and my dad, and I sell those because that gets me a few extra bucks toward building the thing,
Yeah. Yeah.
So stuff I wasn't going to use because I knew which direction I was going with the car.
Yep.
So get this guy down towards Mooresville. He does a lot of NASCAR stuff. He actually worked on.
Oh, wow.
He actually worked on Kerry Earnhardt's son's car. Long story short, we start tearing into the car, and he don't even get into it a day. And he calls me on the phone. He's like, "You need to come down here." I'm like, "Uh-oh, this don't sound good." He said, "It's not."
Nope.
I said, "Well, what's going on?" He says, "You just need to come down here." So I go down there, and he tells me, he says, "Peek your head in the inside and look." And Andrew, that car must have been rolled at some point.
Oh.
And the top had been smished over.
Oh.
Yeah, and so they took I call it a Sawzall, reciprocating saw.
Yeah.
They cut through the A pillars where the front windshield is,
Yep.
and through the back part behind the back glass, and then just took a donor top, and it looked like some high schooler had welded that thing on.
With coat hangers, the old school. Wow.
It was terrible, dude. It was terrible. So at this point, the integrity, the structure of the car is compromised.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And with this guy, he was very meticulous. He's like me. He likes things done right. So he's like, "What do you want to do at this point?" He says, "Because I will not build this car in this shape."
Yeah. Good for him. Good.
Yeah. So he said, "Do you want to scrap this project, get another car, and start all over, or do you want to proceed forward with this one?" I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and say what I said. I was like, "Damn, dude, I'm already, up to my waist." I said, "I might as well go all in."
Yeah. Yeah.
So we literally tear. I mean, Andrew, everything comes off the car. The
Floor pans?
the roof, everything.
Floor pan?
Comes off.
You got the
Floor pan stays, except for we replaced a piece in front of the driver's seat.
Wow. Usually that's the first thing to go.
Yeah, no, the floor pans were great. Trunk pan was okay, but the everything else went.
So this was a good, nice, solid car to build on, except for the damage.
Yeah. Well, the quarter panels and stuff where they'd done all that, the car would have been racked and everything.
Yeah.
I guess it had rear quarters and stuff put on there. We found screen wire and all kinds of great stuff sprayed in them. And
Behind the filler?
yeah, it was crazy. I mean, this thing was a nightmare. Dynaform makes
yes.
on bodies.
Yeah, for I think, the last time I looked, I think they were about 18,000.
Yeah, they used to be 13. They went way up. So anyway, I go through Dynaform. I get everything I need to build the structure of the car back. So
nice.
We went all that stuff back in just like factory.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Wow.
New roof bracing, new roof skin, new quarter panels, new tail pan.
Yeah.
Where the tail lights are at.
Yep.
So at this point, one of my doors had Bondo, the other one don't. I said, "To hell with it. Let's buy 2 new doors." So I bought new doors. Same thing with the fenders. Had one good, one bad. So I said, "To hell with that." I bought new inner and outer fenders.
Yeah.
Ended up buying a new hood because when we got it blasted, he warped it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's easy to do.
So my cow hood gets warped. So I told him, I said, "Just replace the dang trunk too." I said, "Hell, let's go all the way."
That's right.
So everything on this car is brand spanking new.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to weld it down to a steel plate because it had been twisted. It was, or he said he tore everything out. The windshield was 3/8 of an inch out of square.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this thing was a Frankenstein. That's why I said Frankenstein. This thing was a Frankenstein.
Oh my gosh, brother.
Yeah, so the only thing that I kept, like I said, from the car is the front clip. Yeah, the steel, your frame part in the front.
Oh, okay, yeah. You got the ones that run right under the floor pans under the. Yep.
Because this is a unibody. It doesn't have any frame underneath the driver's seat. That's what makes these cars so dangerous.
Yeah.
we had to fix the rear rail too, because it had gotten smushed up a little bit, I guess, during a wreck.
Oh.
Yeah, so this car has been totally redone. So then I started adding back. I've done ride tech front to back.
Oh, wow.
Tubular A-arms, coilover shocks, muscle bar front and rear, Spraker Racing, because like I said, I'm in racing country here. So Spraker Racing down in Mooresville built me a Moser engineered 373 Posse put in the back.
Oh, okay. I want to ask you about that later.
Yeah, it handles up to 600 horsepower. And then I went to Rick Hendricks City Chevrolet, bought a ZZ427 crate engine to drop in it. Went through Monster Transmission down in Florida, and I'm an automatic guy, and everybody's going to keep me in the tail for that. I've done a 700 R4 behind it.
Okay.
With the overdrive and everything.
Yep.
Vintage air. Air conditioned, vintage air front runner system, interior. I bought all new seats. Actually, there was a rare option on 1969. Not as rare as rear window defrost, but this had a.
I didn't even know that was available.
It has a fold down rear seat.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's a rare option in 1969. I bought it out of Detroit, Michigan at Heartbeat City.
Okay.
And the seat looked like it come out of a barn. I think the back piece was black and the bottom piece was blue. And with all the operating mechanisms, and I had to get all that covered. But just buying those dirty like they was $1,200 just for that seat.
Yeah. It was the foam just deteriorated.
Everything's. The only thing I had was just the structure was all I had. So I dealt with a guy out of Bowling Springs, South Carolina.
Yeah.
If he needs any parts for like older cars, Kimbrell's Camaro, super good guy, very good Christian guy.
Yeah.
He won't lie to you. He'll be straight up with you.
Yeah.
All of my parts through him. And he had a guy that does his upholstery, and I actually done the black and white houndstooth with leather, black leather.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I had the headrest embroidered with the SY decal. So mine's a silver embroidery.
Man.
Yeah, and then I done deluxe interior, all of the wood grain. I've got full gauge package, speed up, tachometer, the gauges down in the console, but I'm getting ready to rip those back out because of the old analogs. And Dakota Digital has a setup that looks original, because I like my car to look original.
Yeah, when it's yes.
And they have a set that goes in this car that's going to cost me another $1,500 to put those in there. So,
man,
I didn't put power windows, but I do have a Hydro Boost brake system on it. Like I said, aluminum radiator, electric fans.
Man.
We painted, everything. We took it to the guy that built my car. He used to work for an Arnold Palmer Cadillac, which is near Pineville, North Carolina.
Okay.
And he had some buddies that still worked in the body shop over there. Yeah. We were able to rent that body shop over there on a Saturday and Sunday. So we took the car and all the pieces. He had it all, all the gaps, everything was pre-fit.
Yep.
Had it epoxy primer, the whole 9 yards. We take it down there on a Saturday, get there like 4:00 in the morning. I leave that evening. Those guys were awesome. I mean, they went there with razor blades in their mouth, cutting plastic. Had the car mask off in no time and had the 2 spray booths going. and we done a 5-stage PPG paint job.
Oh.
Yeah, and so we done the blackest black. Well, we done a base coat of black that he had, and then we done the blackest black at that time that PPG made, because I wanted it to look black. But then we put pearl in it, red pearl.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's black cherry is what it is.
On top, did you spray the black pearl on top, or did you mix it in with the black base?
We put it in on top of it.
Yeah.
It's all in where it looks black till the sun hits it, and then you see that sparkle of red in it. It's awesome.
But in the evening time, it's black.
It's black.
Yeah.
It's this page. It really is. And then some other little things I've done. Of course, I've done a 4-link in the back too from Ride Tech.
Oh, okay.
Instead of the coil, the leaf springs, I got rid of those and done a 4-link hookup.
Man.
Yeah, and then we did.
You know that.
Well,
that.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just saying that Dynacorn. From what I understand, it's got thicker sheet metal, and the spot welds are bigger, and the corrosion protection in there is a whole lot better than what the original stuff is. So.
And we done a lot of that on this one too, and
yeah.
We done what they called something like lizard skin underneath. I sprayed the whole underneath.
Yeah. Undercoating.
Yes.
Is it the rubberized? So it's.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we done all that.
Did you do any? Did you do any on the sheet metal on the interior?
No, we did use he done a little bit, I think. Yes, he did. He did do it on the floor plan. And then we put the sound deadening mat over top of that.
Oh, man, yeah. It sounds like you had the best of the best working on it.
I tried not to turn any corner on it.
Yep.
Like I said, some other things I wanted. I wanted the carbon fiber into the carbon fiber thing, so
yeah,
I got my Chevy bow tie, had it hydro dipped, so now my Chevy bow tie is carbon fiber.
Yes, sir.
And then I actually done a carbon fiber chin spoiler on the front, and then ordered a set of Yenko factory striping from the OER type, and had an area vinyl shop to recreate them in a carbon fiber print.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I got carbon fiber printed Yenko striping like I do on my new one.
Oh, man.
So they match.
That is... Man. How long did all this take?
You're not going to believe it, Andrew. I paid for everything as I was going.
Yeah.
It took a good 9 years to build this 69.
Oh, my God. When did it get done?
Actually brought it home October this year. Last year.
Oh, man.
Yeah, October of last year.
Is it one of them things where it's just never done, or is it done?
Well, I got a few little quirks on it. My hydro boost is not working as correctly.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure it out. Brakes are great, but I'm having a little issue when I'm at idle. I'm losing power steering.
Oh.
So I don't know what's going on there, and there's a little bit of leakage on it too. So, and then tell you something stupid I done. I pull the cars out. I mean, pull the cars out and let them idle because mine are garage queens.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then I've actually got the 69 in I got a 5-bay garage. Okay, I've got the 69 in a car capsule that I zip up and keep every bit of dust off the car and creatures and stuff.
Yep.
The dad burn locks are a little bit tight. He's got to adjust them a little bit. I can unlock them, and stupid me, I didn't separate both sets of ignition and door keys like you should. And he put them all to me on one ring. So I crank the car up, pull it out of the bubble, pull it out in the yard, and then I shut the door.
Lock keys in it.
My cell phone's in the car. Guess what? It locked.
Yes. Yep.
So to add insult to injury, go get him the new one and go pull it out and let it run a little bit.
Yeah.
And it says low tire pressure right rear. So I pull it out and I start looking, and I don't even have 100 miles on the car. I already got a screw or a nail in the right rear tire. So
Oh, man.
I only drove the car twice, and I got a screw or nail in the right rear, so I got to get that fixed now. And then I had to pay a locksmith $125 to break into the 69.
Man, it never ends. It never ends. So the 22.
Yes, sir.
When I opened up the email, when you originally sent it to me, I was standing in line. We were a buddy of mine, and we were waiting, and I smacked his arm. You can't see me right now. You will if you watch the video. But I slapped his arm, and I said, "Dude, look at this thing!" And he was like, "Oh my God!" And we were standing in awe, and I was like, that's probably $400,000 worth of Camaro sitting there. I didn't know that your 69 was a clone at the time.
No.
And man, he was just drooling over it, and man, I'm telling you, I was about the 22, and he was about the 69. We were both just sitting there looking. We were like, God, that's one lucky son of a. And man, oh yeah, you had to.
I grew up really poor. I really did. I grew up on pinto, how the South is. Pinto beans and potatoes. That's what we grew up on.
With ham or bacon or pork in there? Yeah. Yeah.
Just cheap, hamburger meat every once in a while, but mostly potatoes.
Yep.
Stuff like that. But
yes, sir.
No, it's about $300,000 worth. Because I've got about 150 in the 69, and the 22 ended up costing me $156,000. Yeah.
Wow. I know. I saw you on the live stream that one night. Man, as soon as I saw your name, I was like, oh my gosh, that's the guy with the Yenko. Yes. So what chassis number did you get?
I have number 2 because I got an automatic. Most people go for the straight drives.
Yeah. Wow.
So, yeah.
Number 2.
Number 2, and you can actually, I don't know if you're on Facebook or not, Specialty Vehicle Engineering, the guys that build those.
Yeah.
They have a page on there, and you can actually go look at those cars being built. And mine was actually shown on there October 21st of last year.
Oh, okay. Finished or?
Well, it was on the dyno.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they showed a picture of it on the dyno, and I received the car Thanksgiving Day. It was actually dropped off at my shop. I have a cabinet shop right beside my house.
That's cool.
So I can actually walk across the yard to go to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, saves gas. Really.
Never late. Yeah.
He's a nice guy. He was a military guy. But looked like Joe Dirt, man. He had the what do you call it, the
mullet
thing going on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. He had the mullet thing going on. He pulls in here. And like, this dude pulled my car all the way from Ohio. What the hell?
You better be checking that thing over once or twice. Man,
I'm really disgruntled with it though. I had to go back to the dealership.
No.
Yeah, you ought to see the car, Andrew. Whoever cleaned the car must have cleaned it with, you know how black is, black shit.
Oh, yes.
And they must have had a dirty rag or something. I've got spider webs all in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I called.
Mine too.
It's terrible, man.
Yeah.
I called Derek, and he actually wrote a check for $1,800. The guy that built my 69 is going to come up here and buff everything out.
Okay.
It actually had set outside from the time it come from a SS to this Yenko, and a bird had crapped on it 2 or 3 times. You know what bird crap does?
Oh, yeah. They got that acid.
2 places right behind my sunroof on the new one. So
yeah.
We got to get all that out.
Well, I believe for the people that don't know, it's birds eat seeds from fruits, acidic fruits, and when they digest it, it goes through their crap, and then when it lands on your car, it just etches into the clear coat.
Yep.
So it's man. That's that. I want to see where did it sit at SVE, or did it sit at the Lansing, Michigan?
Well, just like when you were ordering yours.
Man, I tell you what.
They get done with them, and of course, transport, they have to wait on it. So I think that I guess they got done with the SS part of it in Detroit.
Yeah.
In June sometime.
Okay.
And I guess it sat out there for about a month or better. I don't know exactly. It got shipped down to Ohio because nobody around here wanted to sell me the car.
Really?
No, they wanted my money up front for the Yenko package because it's an add-on.
See, I got 7 questions here I was going to ask you, and that's one. No. I want you to continue on with the story, but that was one of them. So,
well, it goes down to Ohio because, like I said, nobody around here wanted to sell me the car, and Mary Ann from SVE is the one that set me up with Derek at Hubner Chevrolet. Is the name of the place, Hubner Chevrolet.
Okay, perfect.
And they're out of...
is that Thomas Hubner or whatever it is?
Huh?
Is that Thomas Hubner Chevrolet or something?
I don't know about the first name. It's in Canton, Ohio.
Okay.
That's where all the numbers were that called me.
Oh, wow. So you didn't even buy it local from a local dealership?
No, sir. No, I never saw this car until it was delivered in my parking lot.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. I mean, Derek did send me pictures when they dropped the SS on the lot and showed me it. Of course, it had the black rims and, the regular SS stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I wanted to make sure it had the backup camera and the sunroof. And, that's why I went with the 2 SS instead of 1 SS. Because I wanted to lighted up footwells. I wanted a bigger screen on the radio, stuff like that. I'm thinking about resale value later on in life is what I'm thinking about. And,
maybe to me.
But they dropped it in there, I think it was latter part of June, and it sat there till after Independence Day, first part of July. And then it was shipped over to SVE, which is in Toms River, New Jersey, is where SVE is located. Okay. So the car set from July, and then they finished it up in October. Like I said, it was on the dyno. October 21st was when the video I saw, because I had sort of added SVE to my wife's Facebook. I'm not on it.
Nah, I'm not on Facebook either, but I kind of...
No. But saw that, and then it was sent from there back to Hubner sometime in November, and then they shipped it back out to. That finally come to me the latter,
Okay.
Day.
I was wondering how that worked.
Yeah, that's the way they do it. It's a lot of moving around. I don't understand why they don't just take it from Michigan.
Yeah.
Toms River, but that's their deal. I just have to go by what they say.
You just write the check.
Yeah, because the package cost me, it was $80-something thousand because I had a few extras I added on.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. Yeah. So that was I did a video about the Yenko, and I was kind of on point and on most of it, but off point on some other things. But I tried to actually go buy a Yenko from a couple dealerships around here, and I came up with goose eggs. They
don't know.
What's that?
They don't know about them.
Exactly. That's what they were like. What? Huh? Oh, well, I'll have to get back to you. I took a bunch of cards and waited for replies, and all I got back was emails was, sorry, we're unable to. But I didn't even think to call SVE themselves. I don't know why that didn't dawn on me. That was kind of where I left off with everything. But I guess, do you care if I get into the questions?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. What?
I asked them to the best of my knowledge.
Yeah. So, my thing is, you personally, what made you go with a Yenko?
Because of my love for the Yenko Camaro, even in 1969, I was thinking to myself, how cool would it have been to be able to own a brand new Yenko in 1969?
Oh, after we opened up your email, I was just talking. I couldn't stop. And I was thinking, man, if you'd have just known, because I sit there and I was running numbers and I was like, that car sells today for 3% of the total cost of what it did back then. Because I think the package was like, what, $1,200?
It wasn't very much.
No.
They actually worked it out. I think he done a Copo type order through him. Mm-hmm. And then he finally got that worked out, but originally he was actually bringing the cars to his dealership and having to change out the engines and put the 427s in them and everything.
And I heard not a lot of people actually knew about that RPO code, that they could have it, that it was even available. Mm-mm. So I was like, man, that's we were sitting. I was like, man, I would do everything, just about 4 or 5 of those, because you'd be sitting on 7 figures easy.
Yes.
So if your love for Don Yenko and everything that how do you feel about the Camaro versus the Corvette, and why you stayed Camaro all this long? I guess that's.
I've always liked the look of the Camaro versus the Corvette, and I've always, and don't get me wrong, I hope I don't step on anybody you know's toes.
Well, that's all right.
I've always associated a Corvette with a rich man.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I think that's fair.
Yeah, and the Camaro's always been the average guy's way of hauling ass, I guess you'd say.
And burning gas. That's right.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
sir.
And even whooping a Corvette's butt.
But the simple fact of, I feel like I kind of, because I've always been blue collar. I mean, I make decent money now, but I still relate to blue collar crowd a heck of a lot better than I do anybody else. You know what I mean? I kind of, I just associated, just like you, the Corvette with kind of like a rich man's car.
Yeah, and that's what the guy told me. I actually tried to go with the area dealership, which was Everett Chevrolet out of Hickory, North Carolina.
Yeah.
And the little guy on there, he's like, why don't you if you're going to spend that kind of money, why don't you get a Corvette?
See?
Because I don't like a freaking Corvette.
Yes, exactly. And now, but I mean, what do you think about that Z8 CO6 selling for $100 over sticker?
I think that a lot of these dealerships are getting ready to be pulled because of, I think GM's getting tired of that mess.
Do you really?
Yeah, I think they are, because that's just wrong, because it's going to, eventually, I think it's going to turn people away from buying vehicles, because I won't pay over MSRP.
Nope. I did $4,500. That's what I paid, was $4,500 over sticker. In the grand scheme of things of $77,000, I didn't think that, I was like, whatever. We're kind of in a mess right now. This might be the last of them. Just, $4,500. I was like, I'm not a penny more, but I was like, just give me the car,
Right.
But yeah. I think you might be on point though with the GM might be getting sick of things. I don't know. I'll have to see some action before, because right now it's just like lip service. But
it is. It's just word of mouth. I think Ford's doing the same thing, from my understanding.
Yeah. Well, Ford. Yeah, I would have a GT500 right now if it wasn't for the just the gouging, man. And I think we've got one. There was a GT500 on the showroom floor, and they wanted like $25,000 over sticker. And I'm sitting here. I'm not paying $100 and something. You know what I mean?
No.
I'll pass. But
I was actually driving my Yenko, my new one, yesterday, and I had a Mustang come up to me, and it was all I could do to keep sharing down that gas. I'm thinking about all this insurance money I'm paying, because I've got that new one, I've got the old one.
Yes.
I've also got a 81 Z28. There's nothing special except for some of the options it has. And then I've got my work truck, which is a 2500 HD Duramax, and then my wife's 2019 Yukon Denali, and then we got a little Nissan, so I'm insurance poor on vehicles.
Is that Yenko? That's an interesting question. Is that Yenko more?
As far as insurance wise?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Is it really? I'm only paying like $160 a month right now.
Oh, this one here, I haven't really seen the exact number.
Yeah.
But I know it was up there because I had to insure it for $150,000.
Okay. I was wondering if they would think it was a SS still or not.
No, I told them that's what I wanted it insured at. I know the guy at the insurance company, and the same thing with the 69.
Yeah.
I've got it insured for $150,000 also.
Wow. Yeah. I went to go buy a Lamborghini Gallardo, and I got quoted 274, and so I kind of think on my ZL1 160 is pretty fair. But
It is.
Yeah. But I mean, man, that's absolutely insane. Have you really driven? Have you pushed it through its paces yet, or no?
Oh my God, Andrew! I did try to push it a little bit Thanksgiving Day with me and my wife. Of course, I haven't learned the car. I want to really get to know it before I really do anything.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes.
But,
yes.
I was going down the road probably about 50 mile an hour,
Yeah.
something like that, and I stomped down on it, and it wanted to go sideways.
It will, no problem. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Because doesn't that come with the Nitto NT 555 G2s on there?
It does.
Yes. Yep. I had that tire on my SS, and it's a good tire. It'll still, you got 1,100 horsepower, bud. So that thing is no joke. I even at 900, I can break them loose at like 70.
Yeah. It's insane. I mean, and SVE made a mistake on the car too. I didn't tell you about that.
What'd they do?
So mine's an automatic. 1,050 horsepower. Okay?
Oh, okay. You got 1050. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 1050. And so the rear trunk is supposed to say stage 1. They put stage 2 on mine.
Oh, on that blade spoiler?
Oh. They wanted to change it. I said, nope, you're not changing it. It'll make that car worth a lot more money.
It does make it worth a lot more money. I'd hang on to them emails from them, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's awesome, actually.
Yeah. I still got to put my badge on the above the glove box. I told them to leave it off where it says it's number 2. I'm actually number 2 of the 50 that they made in 2022. So I don't know if they made their whole 50 quota in the automatics. I know they did on sprint drives.
I don't. Well, yeah.
But I'm going to change out that piece. I know they make carbon fiber.
Yeah.
Replacement pieces.
Yeah,
so I've got
a
piece to go in there because I already got it on my shifter knob.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I couldn't get GM to put it in.
Why?
Because they have their little deals that they do, and they wasn't going to take it off.
Yeah, see.
To put that little thing in there.
It's just like a little threaded little cap. I mean.
Yeah, you just take the radio part out, and it gets to the screws. You can unscrew it because mine's not an overlay; it's the actual piece. It's a whole piece.
Yeah, I bought that from the factory in mine, and they charged me $500, but I don't know if the dealer did it like once it got to the dealership or if they did it at the factory. But are you talking about the shift knob on the shifter? Or are you talking about the?
Yeah. Yes, and then I got it done.
Yeah.
I was able to order that from the factory, but they would not put the piece in above the glove box. So there's a badge that goes on there from Yenko that states what number it is.
Okay.
What car number it is, and I told them to leave that badge off until I replace that piece.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Did they do it?
Yes, they did. I've got it in glove. I've got it in my console, and there's actually one underneath the hood. Of course, they change out the hood and put a carbon fiber hood on it.
Yes.
And when you raise it, it has been signed by the car dealer that sold you the car and the engineer that built the car. It's signed in that silver marker.
Yes.
And it has a badge underneath there that tells the number of the car and everything. And there's, of course, I have my big supercharger painted red because that's.
I just think that's cool as man.
Yeah, and then my Brimbos, I had those painted red also, and they say Yenko on those now.
Oh, they say Yenko. I was wondering because Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But no, I was going to ask you. One of my questions was, how do you feel? $156,000. I'm sorry. $156,000 Camaro, and you still have the SS front end. I'm sorry. Does it bother you not having a ZL1?
No, because I don't know. It just looks. They look mean. I like the ZL1 and I like the SS. I like both the front ends, so I'm okay with either one. They do replace the badge in the front, put Yenko in.
Yeah, that big red, white, and blue Yenko.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they do that. But to me, it just looks mean. I like the way it looks. I mean, I wouldn't want it any lower or anything because, it's got that extra piece underneath the spoiler, and you're like inches away from the road.
Right.
Easy.
Right. Yeah.
I'm okay with the front end myself.
I think the SS, and that's kind of the part of LT1. They have the RS package. The SS, the ZL1, I think they all look amazing in their own way. I think they all you can't go wrong with the 10-speed or the 6-speed or the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, the car is absolutely insane. So how do you feel about the EV coming?
It's like I said on your live podcast. I mean, what's cool about going to a car show? I mean, that's what you want to hear.
Yep.
Is that noise, that sound, that chop. I mean, that's American muscle, man.
Yep.
And I mean, what are you gonna do with the electric car? Go up and they crank it up and
You'd be lucky to get that. You'd be lucky to get that.
But I know Borland makes the exhaust replicas of the exhaust, but I mean, it's a speaker, man.
Yes.
I don't understand that. I mean,
I don't understand the whole thing, but
one thing I will give an EV car, they will bust a combustion engine off the line.
Yes.
And they got enough horsepower, you won't beat them down a track.
No.
You will not.
Right.
Because it's instantaneous power.
Yep.
That is, I mean, I'll give credit where credit's due. That's the only thing about them. But
yeah.
You know as well as I do, Andrew, not wanting to get into politics or anything like this.
Yeah.
It's on both sides.
Yeah.
In my opinion. This whole global warming crap, green junk is nothing more than somebody deep down that you hadn't been exposed yet is making money off this crap.
Yep. That's it. Did you see me on a live stream with LXX Motorsports?
No, I did not.
Okay, all right. We had the same talk, and I told him, I said, I don't know what, and I don't know why, but something bigger is going on. It just hasn't shown itself yet. So it just this whole thing feels so artificial and just it feels pushed on, like just jammed down your throat. So it'll be I mean, I'm just waiting for the moment for it to pop its head up. It'll rear its head here pretty soon, but I'm absolutely disgusted. I mean, my stomach hit the floor the very day. I remember the day I heard that the Camaro was going to the EV, and it was just oh man.
Well, you know as well as I do, Andrew, that anybody that does it, well, that's the problem. Nobody really thinks or does any kind of investigating or doing their own thinking anymore.
Right.
We grew up in the era where you had to think for yourself.
Yes.
And these people now with all this lithium and stuff, it's way worse on the environment.
It's dirty. It is. Yes. It is dirty. I don't think the planet can. I don't think it's a sustainable. You know what I'm saying?
No. Well, you're gonna have the disposal of it. People aren't gonna buy those expensive batteries once their car quits.
$15,000 for a battery.
It's not gonna happen. And if you check, they're talking about the lithium mines. I think it's over in Africa somewhere, isn't it?
Yes.
They're doing all that.
Yeah. Most of them.
Said it's so bad that if a bird lands on it within a minute or so, it's dead. That's how.
Is that radiation or what is that?
It's something to do with affects your nervous system or something.
Man, that sounds wonderful.
Yeah. Well, and let's see, where is? I think is Florida or somewhere like that. Of course, they've started doing these freaking windmills, and they put them out in the ocean, okay? Drove those things down in there, all that sonic boom and all that crap.
Yep.
Well, now they have whales, endangered whales, washing up on the shore because of those stupid windmills.
Oh.
Yeah, it's affecting the whales. I seen it on the news.
I did read, back when turbines were like the big talk, and everybody was talking about going to them, and They said that, the jet streams that flow over the planet, if there's enough of them in place, it could slow the jet streams down and actually affect the environment. And, pretty much in a negative way, they didn't even know it, because once you start really screwing with the environment and stuff like that, you don't know what you're messing with or what's going to happen. So
no, some things need to be left alone.
Yeah.
You think about it, and I know, when we have oil spills and stuff in the oceans, of course we get out there and clean up as much as we can.
Sure.
We can't get every little bit of it. And Mother Nature always takes care of it somehow.
Sure, yeah, it cleans itself. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, but just like I said again, these turbines and crap, windmills, whatever you want to call them.
Oh, we got them all over up here.
They're getting hit by them and everything else.
Sure. Yeah, we got farmers out here that hit them with high-powered rifles and bust the. Yeah.
It needs to be done. That's what needs to be done. I don't know. And the solar, from all the research I've done, you never recoup what your initial investment is in solar power.
Well, I hope their feelings are just. I hope their love cup is filled. So.
Me too. You know as well as me what it's all about. It's all about getting richer and richer and richer.
Oh man, yeah. At whoever's expense.
Yeah, exactly. We're just pawns in a bigger game.
That's great. That's just the way we like it, I think.
Right.
So, can I ask you one last question?
Sure, absolutely.
And did you buy this car with the intentions of an investment? And also, part B to that question would be, what's your predictions down the road?
Yes, I did buy the new one. And I fixed the old one up the way I did as an investment. My hope is, of course, we never have that little magic crystal ball in front of us to see what the future holds. But
oh my gosh,
hopefully health holds out. Everything else, because the type of work I do, you abuse your body a lot.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And what I do is truly custom cabinets. If I can build one 16 feet long, I build it 16 feet long if I can get it in the house.
Yeah, yeah.
And
are you lacquering them?
Yes, I do all my own finishing and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, that breaks down the old back and everything else. But if everything goes good though, Andrew, what I was hoping to do is maybe sell them as a pair or something, hopefully, and let somebody else enjoy them after I get. I hope to be able to make them to about 70, though. I'd like to get out and go 35 mile an hour in that cammed up Camaro and piss everybody off.
Oh man, I just appreciate the sentiment behind that. I tell you what, that's that. When I had my ZL1 straight piped, I tell you what, the whole neighborhood around here, and I live in kind of a newer neighborhood, and
right.
Man, there were everybody. I was getting phone calls. Neighbors were coming talk. Something about it made me smile a little bit on the inside. I felt like an asshole, but
it's just being that mischievous young man like you always
raising hell, buddy. Yeah.
That's the way I am.
I think that, and a part of me thinks they need it a little bit too, because
Yeah, I love doing stuff like that, but. Yeah, and I actually got another vehicle I'm going to fix up later. I don't know if you like the old square body Chevrolets.
Yes! What year?
I have a 1985 that I purchased in 1982.
Is it a K or a C?
It's a K.
Oh, okay, four-wheel.
Four-wheel drive. It's dual tanks, of course, regular cab, long bed. It was a Silverado, blue and silver. But when I go back with it, I'm going to do the same midnight. Mine was midnight blue, top and bottom, silver in the middle.
And what year did you say that was?
1985. Okay,
yeah. My dad, we grew up with a 79. Was that the same? Was that the same or no?
They're real close. They're real close.
Okay.
I think the 79 had one single tank. Mm-hmm. And I think in the early part of the 80s, they to what they call a saddlebag tank, where there's one on each side.
Yep. Okay.
You had to toggle switch it. You went from left to right. what it was. So, but this one is a Silverado, tilt wheel, air conditioned, power windows, power door locks.
Wow.
All that.
Power windows?
Power windows, power door locks, has all that. And I'm going to go back with the Midnight Blue factory, top, bottom. I'm going to do charcoal gray in the middle, though.
What are you going to do for the motor?
383 stroker. I've already got it done.
Oh, you already got it done?
I've already got it done. It's sitting down the road at a neighbor of mine's house. He has a junkyard stuff. His boy actually works for Rick Hendrick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he builds engines and stuff. He was one of the top builders in his class.
So this one might hold together just a little bit. Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's not near as much horsepower as the Yenko, but I think it's running. I think it's 455 horse.
That's enough.
Yeah, and I'll probably change out my gear ratio. It's running 342s, which was factory in that 85. I'm gonna go with a 373. That's my favorite gear ratio. Now my 69, it's automatic also. So
yeah. So no, the 373 works out real well. Yeah.
It's a good takeoff gear. And with the 700 R4, I actually got the overdrive so I could shift back into it, drop the RPMs and cruise. That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Enjoying car shows and stuff like that. And I went with fuel injection on that 69. We actually made the cowl induction hood. A lot of people don't do that.
No.
Mine actually works with the fuel injection.
Oh, okay. It's functional.
Yeah, I made it functional. We got the servos and everything. He read up on how to make it work with I've done the Holley fuel injection on it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that sniper kit or whatever it's called.
Yeah, we done the sniper on it. And,
yeah.
It's crazy.
How do you like that?
Love it, man. Once I get it dialed in, I want to get that one on a dyno. Get somebody that knows what they're doing to really tune that thing in. He done according to instructions. Yeah. But to me, the car's running a little bit rich.
Is it? Smell it?
Crank it up. Yeah, you can smell it, man. You'll come in with that great high-octane perfume on. Man,
I tell you what, if they sold that stuff, I would probably be married right now. I tell you what. Oh, man.
Well, I tell you, I was lucky enough to get a woman that puts up with my mess because she let me spend all this money and she don't fuss.
Well, hey.
The beautiful page, she's cool.
Hey, man, I tell you what, it does sound like you. How old are you?
I am 52, Andrew.
Man. Well, you got quite a few good years ahead of you.
I hope so.
Man, you're only what, 13 years older than me, man. Yeah, you ain't.
Well, I think I ate too many Rice Krispies when I was young. I
I was just doing that last night. I was like, man, this is where I feel like I'm 100. I stayed up and I was like, man.
I thought when I first started telling you guys about this, I said, these guys ain't gonna believe I got all this.
Kind of didn't. I'll be honest with you, kind of didn't, because you would not believe how much
BS people.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a word to encompass the whole situation there, but when my car was sitting at the plant still, and I couldn't pay them. Honest to God, and I'll be honest with you guys, I almost made a video of if I got 20,000 likes on a video, I was gonna go steal my own car, and
why not? They're already stealing them up there.
What? Yeah, exactly. I was just gonna be another one. You know what I mean? But
you heard about that, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
I got stolen. That was terrible.
Yeah. I did a video on that, and that one, man. I tell you what, when I got up to the plant, they were waiting for me. I tell you, what? Yeah, exactly. Oh, they knew exactly. It took them like 10 seconds. I think there was like 3 security vehicles. I really, really appreciate you coming on and letting everybody know, because I'm
absolutely. I hope all the comments were, if people were listening to me, were positive, not negative.
Oh yeah, that's part of it.
Cornbread dude.
He did tell me that. He said when I texted him initially, he says, "Well, I'll warn you a little bit. I do speak it sounded a little cornbread." And I said, "Yeah, more twang the better, brother. We need it."
Well, I just, like I said, I can't help it. It's just raised in the South. I know me and my wife went to Mexico one time, and
yeah.
And I don't know how many people. You from Texas? No, I'm from North Carolina.
No, I was actually originally born in Virginia. My parents still have a little bit of an accent. You know, they talk. And I was raised on Southern food, and you know, I was raised that way. But I never got the accent, because every time we went down there for vacation, it was like, oh my God, you talk so different, you know. But
hey, we're all Americans. That's the main thing.
That's it right there.
And what makes, you know, the things that make us different all make us unique.
That's it. That's exactly.
What makes the world go round.
And that's why I started this channel. Was, you know, it's cars that bring us all together, no matter.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, it cuts out a lot of the hate toward other people.
It does.
And I try to treat people, Andrew, the way I would want to be treated. That's just a motto I live by.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I'm nothing special. I'm not, you know, I try to keep a low profile and be as humble as I can.
Sure.
Because you can be on top of the world today and lose everything tomorrow.
Overnight.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Because I've lost everything before. I've had to start off.
Sure.
Yeah. So you just work hard. I mean, like I said, I tell everybody, you know, I said the biggest thing with everybody that don't have what they want, the best advice I ever got was look in the mirror. That's the person to blame.
Yep. No, that's the truth.
Yeah, you've got to work hard to get what you want. And, you know, this stuff I accumulated, I didn't get overnight. I mean, I had to work really hard, save my money, and
you had to make sacrifices and make good decisions.
Yes, and tell about a lot of bologna sandwiches.
Oh yeah, that's what I tell. Yeah, that's what I tell everybody. You know, I might, you know, everyone's. When I got my ZL1, they were, you know, talking this and that, and I said, well, you know, it's nice to have this stuff, but you got to be willing to give it up overnight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you lose it, so it is what it is. But you got to push as hard as you can to keep it and gain more. So
yeah. Well, that's what I tell everybody about my house. You know, they like, is that your house? I said, this month. I can't tell you.
Yeah. This month.
Never know. I mean, you know. Hey, I want to ask you one thing. Are you able to run non-ethanol in your ZL1?
Yes. That was kind of the thing that was. I told him. I said, you know, up here, E85 is just, it's so common. But if I do travel out of the state or whatever, if I want to go on another road trip, he said that you just, as soon as the ethanol content dips under 50%, 50 or 40%, the power, it starts to pull timing back out of it and the power goes down. But
that is one thing. If anybody's thinking about ordering one of these Yenkos, they are set up for 93 octane E10. That is the only thing you can run. You cannot run non-ethanol in them.
Really?
No, sir. I was told by Mary Ann, and I actually had Derek from Hubner to call because no offense toward women. I wanted to talk to one of the engineers because she's like a secretary there.
Yeah.
And you know, get it from one of the engineers, and they said yes, that car was set up for 93 E10. And
wow.
That's what they require you to run in that car. And if it sets over a certain amount of time, of course you got to put the stable in it and everything else to store it.
Yeah, but you can't run 91?
No.
Wow.
93 E10 is as low as you can go. If you put 85 in there, it voids the warranty. Anything below 93, 91, 89, anything, 85, yeah, it'll void the warranty.
Wow. Okay. So let me ask you this. What numbers did you put down to the rear tire if they had it on the dyno?
The dyno is 1,056 horsepower and...
To the tire?
I guess it was. That's what the dyno sheet. I can't tell you, but it said 1,056 and 950 foot-pounds of torque. A little bit over.
Tracy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think that's more than 1050.
It is.
Because I mean, if they're talking a 15 here, let me just. Let me carry the one here.
I've actually got the piece of paper from the dyno, I can take a picture of it and shoot it to you to let you know I'm not telling you no.
Yeah, text it to me. Text it to me. Let me see here, because we're talking a 20% drivetrain loss on those. Mm-hmm. That's 1,267 horsepower.
If it is without, like I said, that was the numbers. I don't know if it's crank.
I did not know that. I didn't.
Can't tell you.
Wow.
Yeah, because they send a piece of paper with every Yenko.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. That lets you know what they dynoed at, because they do dyno pulls, testing the cars out before they come back to the dealership.
Yeah. So let me, because I thought that 1050 would be at the crank. Holy crap. If they're doing, because 1050 at the crank would be like 840. Mm-hmm. Wow, if you got 1056 at the rear tire, you're talking big power. I was gonna be proud of myself if I got more than you. Holy crap! Looks like I got a long ways to go, bud.
It was 1055 point something. I just rounded off to 1056.
Yeah.
1055 point. Because I want to be totally 100% honest with you. 1055 point something, right at 56 horsepower.
That's insane.
It is. Like I said, I've got them in my safe downstairs, my gun safe. And I've actually got my certificate of authenticity for the Yenko and all that. But I can shoot you a picture of the document if you'd like to see it.
I'll put it up. I'll put it up for everybody to see here. Man.
It's unreal. It really is.
That sounds like it. Jeez, dude. That's how many miles do you have on it right now?
I've got barely over 100.
Oh, man.
114, 115, something like that.
Oh, man. I'm heading to North Carolina. We're going to fix that. We're going to fix all the gas you want, buddy. It's on me.
I drove it to Hooters in Hickory, North Carolina yesterday. It had 70-something miles on it. And I went to Hooters in Hickory because all my brothers and sisters come over. That's another story. We got a little family issue going on right now.
Yeah.
But we had a little family meeting amongst brothers and sisters trying to talk that out. But anyway, I drove it. And like I said, I was coming back up the highway there, and a little yellow Mustang come up beside me. And of course, he had to rev his a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
So I revved mine a little bit, but I wanted to go on that right foot, but I was like, no, I better not, because I just seen blue lights in my futures.
The Gray Bar Hotel. Yes, sir. Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, because they kind of frown upon that street racing, because it's getting a little bit out of hand now.
It is a little bit. It is.
Yeah.
That's why I get provoked quite a bit around here, especially people wanting me to race them on camera and blah blah blah. Because obviously everybody knows about my channel, but and in the background, if you hear people racing by, that really never started until about 8 months ago. So.
Yeah.
But, I get provoked quite a bit, but I'm not, it is, just like you said, it gets out of hand, weaving in and out of traffic. Somebody's going to die, you know what I mean? And I don't have a problem. We got plenty of open roads here. Iowa's real flat. We got a bunch of straight roads. You can take it out of town, but I know exactly what you mean. It's good that you're showing a little bit of reserving yourself from that temptation. Yeah,
it was hard. I ain't kidding you. I think I could have took the Mustang.
Oh my gosh!
But I'm gonna let him. I'm gonna let him feel like he had the bigger set of balls that day.
You're gonna take. I think they call that taking the high road, isn't it? There you go. Yeah.
Exactly. It was very hard. Don't eating that humble pie, but
I tell you what, you're a bigger man than I would have been, because I would have choked it to death. I think my ZL1 had it was like 10 or 12 miles on it, and I had a BMW come up, and but I don't care. I mean, I'll beat the snot out of this thing, and I'll blow it up and rebuild it. I don't care, but man.
More money than me then.
What's that?
I said, you got more money than me then.
Hey, listen, single life, buddy. I doubled down on that macaroni and cheese and hot dogs. So
There you go. There you go. Well, that's a good thing. I don't have any kids either. That's another reason why I got the car is because the only thing we got is a dog.
well, that's good.
Yeah.
That frees up a lot of cash. Then that's
Yes,
a lot
it
of
does.
cash.
It does. It helps out a lot.
Well, sir, I really, I know that time is the one thing none of us can get back. And Tracy, I seriously appreciate you taking the time to tell us about your experience.
Absolutely, man. If you got any more questions, Andrew, you got my number. Feel free to call me. I'm just a down-to-earth guy.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing special.
Yep.
I enjoy talking about stuff because I've worked hard to get it.
Yeah.
I enjoy showing it off, and
You gotta want it. You gotta think about it. You gotta really do the research on it, and then you gotta work for it, save up for it, and then when you get it, you appreciate it a whole lot more.
oh yeah. And like I said, just little things like the garage. I'm put down the WeatherTech flooring in it, and
Yeah.
put my mini splits in there, so I'm gonna have it heating and air conditioning and all that stuff. So just little things. You just spend money when you get it,
That's right. When you can, if you can.
That's right. But no, if you have any more questions, or I'll try to send you over those pictures and everything.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't know. Have you ever heard of? I'll tell you this. On my 81, I have a interior called Silver Deluxe. Have you ever heard of that?
Interior.
Yeah, in 81, it was called Silver Deluxe. That was a rare interior in 1981.
No, I didn't hear about that.
They call it Moon Suit. You have to check that out.
Really?
Yeah, it was silver color.
That moon suit, now that you say that, rings a bell.
Yes, it's a silver deluxe is what it was called. I got a red one with silver deluxe interior and everything.
Third
That's
gen?
my wife's favorite car because it has the T-tops and everything.
Yes.
And
I was just talking about that.
Yeah. The 80s, that's when women had the big hair, so you had to take the tops out and somewhere to go.
That's right. Yeah. I was born in the early 80s, but yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. We were talking about fourth gen, how I think that fourth gen's like the last analog Camaro. It was the last of without the TPMS and the traction control, and it still had the T-tops. It didn't have a target top, but T-tops.
I've had several Camaros in my life. My first one was a 1985 Z28 I bought in 1988 when I graduated.
Yep.
And then, I was doing really good, and then I met a woman. But I had a 1989 IROC also. Then I had the 85 plus a four-wheeler, and all this stuff was about paid for. And then I met this woman, and when I got done, I was bankrupt.
Shocker.
Truck.
Yeah.
That's all I had left was the truck. So it's sentimental value.
So you really did start from zero.
Yes, sir, I did.
Wow.
Yeah, I had everything and then lost everything, had to build back up. So.
Well, I tell you what, you got it because you deserve it.
Well, you just work hard. That's what you do.
And don't quit.
But I know you got to get to other things, and I ain't gonna keep you on here. I'll talk forever. I'm just
I
love talking to people.
No, you're just fine. Maybe we'll. Would you ever be willing to come on again?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, I hope I got good reviews. I hope nobody's like, "Who is this DA?" Not district attorney either.
No, we're not the Corvette crowd around here.
Yeah, they probably roasted me right now.
Flamethrower. No.
Like I said, if you got any more questions, you got my number. This is my work phone number I've had since '95. So.
Okay, perfect.
All right, Andrew, appreciate it. Y'all take care.
All right, bud. Have a good day.
You too.
We'll see. I thought it was very, very cool to hear the process of a 69 clone. This dude, you could tell he's a go-getter. He has worked his ass to the bone. I can only imagine what it is going to take to get to the level of having the house, the cars, the adequate storage, the adequate maintenance, everything it takes to acquire all that stuff. Real solid dude. He couldn't have been nicer. Thank you very much, Tracy. I really mean it when I say I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I know I end every video with it, but I really do hope you guys are having an awesome day. Until the next one, don't forget to like the video, subscribe on your way out, and we'll catch you on the next one. See you later, guys.